New England is a region in the northeastern United States, historically significant for its role in the early colonization and formation of the United States. Comprising the states of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, New England became the heart of early American colonial development, political thought, and cultural identity. Its history is deeply intertwined with the arrival of European settlers, particularly the Puritans, and its influence on the broader American experience cannot be overstated. Early colonization and the Puritan settlement. The colonization of New England began in the early 17th century when English settlers, seeking religious freedom and economic opportunities, established colonies in the region. The first major settlement was Plymouth Colony, founded in 1620 by the Pilgrims, a group of English Puritans. They were seeking religious freedom after facing persecution in England. Their Mayflower Compact, signed aboard their ship, became one of the earliest forms of self-government in what would become the United States. In 1630, the Massachusetts Bay Colony was established by the Puritans, a religious group that sought to create a city upon a hill, a society based on their strict religious principles. Over the next few decades, other colonies were founded in New England, including Connecticut and Rhode Island. The Puritans were instrumental in shaping New England's religious and social structures, with their emphasis on hard work, education, and community. Economic development and trade. New England's economy was initially based on farming, but it soon developed a diverse range of industries. Due to its rugged terrain, the region's farms were often small, and the climate made large-scale plantation agriculture difficult. Instead, the region turned to shipbuilding, fishing, trade, and later, manufacturing, becoming a key part of the colonial economy. New England's ports, particularly Boston, became major hubs for trade, both with other colonies and Europe. The region's economic development also relied on the labor of indigenous peoples, as well as enslaved Africans, though slavery was less widespread here than in the southern colonies. Religious and political influence. New England was marked by its religiously driven communities, especially the Puritans who shaped the region's laws and daily life. The Great Awakening, a religious revival movement in the 18th century, further cemented New England's role as a center of religious and cultural change in early America. Politically, the region became a hotbed of revolutionary thought. The American Revolution was in part driven by dissatisfaction with British rule, and New England played a central role in the revolution. The Boston Tea Party, 1773, and the battles of Lexington and Concord, 1775, were key events in the lead-up to independence. Many of the founding fathers of the United States, such as John Adams, Samuel Adams, and Paul Revere, hailed from New England. Legacy and influence. The cultural and intellectual legacy of New England is vast. The region produced some of the country's earliest universities, including Harvard University, founded in 1636, and Yale University, 1701, which became centers for education and leadership in the early United States. Additionally, New England played a major role in the abolitionist movement, with Massachusetts and Connecticut being key players in the fight against slavery. New England also contributed to the growth of American literature, with authors such as Nathaniel Hawthorne, Emily Dickinson, and Herman Melville drawing on the region's distinctive culture and history in their works. Conclusion. New England's role in the early history of the United States cannot be overstated. From the founding of its first colonies to its contributions to political, cultural, and intellectual movements, New England helped shape the identity of the United States. Its legacy continues to influence American culture, education, and politics, making it a crucial region in the story of the nation's development.